Mr. Markson, I was listening to Senator Marafa, the leader of the other faction of the APC in Zaamfara state. He seemed very elated by the judgment that came from the Supreme Court as regards, and it was 10 million naira fine was awarded against the Abdulaziz faction in favor of the Marafa faction of the APC, 10 million naira. One of the things he pointed out was that they cannot continue to have politics where the state chief executive will automatically becomes the leader of the political party in that particular state, will not want to play the politics with other members of the political party, whereby the particular state chief executive dictates this must be this must be that. There are not going to be elections, and so person is going to stand in for the senatorial position from this senatorial district, and the member house of, because all members of the three senators from that state, the seven members of the House of Representatives, they are now being shifted from the APC down to PDP. Now the APC has lost, and is going to deplete the number of their votes in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. The election is just at the corner. What do you see into this? Is the APC going to suffer the same fate that it suffered the last time?
In terms of electing
the principal officers.
Of course, you see, that is politics, and it's very interesting. And it's the right message. When a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And what happened in Zaamfara State is an eye-opener. And I think other states has to be very careful, because even those that, especially those that are going to hold election in
the National Assembly.
No, next year there's going to be election.
No, this year.
This
October.
I know
okay, in Bayelsa State and Kogi State.
There's going to be election in Kogi. There's going to be election in Bayelsa, and there's going to be election in Ondo State. There's also going to be election in Edo State. And I know, because I'm aware, that in those states today, there are factions, especially within the APC family. There are factions. So, and I think what happened in Zaamfara now
may play out.
If care is not taken. Because one, you see, you cannot exonerate Adam Oshomole from these challenges that they had in Zaamfara State also. You see, you must know how to settle an in-house problem. That's what makes you a leader. You must apply the highest level of diplomacy to calm the nerves and settle amicably. At least you must get all hands to be on deck, so that the interests of the party will be paramount, will be greater than the interests of the individuals. What play out in Zaamfara State is personal interest. The factions that you're talking about is all about personal influence, not about the interest of the party. And some are based on selfish interest,
greed,
to perpetrate ownership. Just like I keep on saying it. You see, this spirit of ownership is very powerful. It causes chaos in the society. When you get to be appointed as to be elected as a governor, and immediately you see yourself
as a mini god.
As a mini god. No, that you own everybody. That you cannot dictate to everybody. And some of these people, they might even be your senior politically. It's only now in politics that we no longer respect seniority. In the days of our laws, in the days of Azikiwe and all the rest, there is party supremacy and there is seniority. You can just come to a party yesterday and want to lord over everybody because you have money. No. They arrange it. They arrange it, and that is how their followers too. That's why you see that they were up to today, those who did politics in those days, they are still relevant. If you look at it, up to today, they are still relevant in Nigerian politics because they play according to the rule. But today is no longer like that. Why won't Marava rejoice? Because his faction was knocked off. Do you understand?
And they got their pound of flesh.
And they got their pound of flesh. What do you expect from the man?
And they said me
let me tell you, if care is not taken, the same thing is going to play out in Edo State, in Ondo State,
as a rival faction.
My brother, and in Kogi State.
Yeah.
If care is not taken, and that aspect of what happened 2015, where they lost the principal
position in the Senate.
Principal position
In both houses.
Let me chip this in.
PDP. Honestly, if you look at what is going on already now, it's still very dicey.
PDP is having more upper
It's
ground.
dicey
Now.
Let me
so
chip
you
in
can
this.
say whether you cannot say for sure that APC will
Let me chip
carry
this in.
the
Yesterday I was talking to a
in
friend.
the election that is
at
going
home.
that's coming on June 10.
I was talking to a friend at home and I told him one thing. I said, don't be surprised if we go and meet Rochas at night and say, oh boy, I beg you come. Oh. Because the numbers are, I think PDP just need about 10 more.
In the Senate?
Yes, to make up the highest figure. Yes. Meanwhile, if they have some disgruntled APC guys, if they are up to 10, that's all.
They definitely have.
That they are in APC. Oh.
Look, my brother,
But
we
they
have
have maybe
to APC. There are
and of course,
disgruntled
you will
APC,
always
my
have
brother.
the disgruntled guys there.
The thing is this.
They don't think about 10
gentlemen,
or so.
I want to bring us our attention to something that's very, very important. When we talk about political parties, a lot of people are against, they see Nigeria as a two political party state, which is not good. There was a time when PDP was in power, they see Nigeria as one political party state. Presently, do you think that gene is being broken with this kind of scenarios that we see emerging from different political parties? Most of the political parties are at the climax of this governance. Do you think we see that gene of two political party system being broken in Nigeria?
No, we don't have two political parties. I want to tell you
Two most powerful political parties.
Leave it. We had younger folks who contested in other parties. YPP, Mugalu, and the likes like that. But why is it that we focused on Atiku and Buhari? And we now complain, Atiku is 70-something, Buhari is 70-something. But you saw some other young guys. You saw Showore, you saw Mugalu, you saw Obiezekwisili, you saw Vela Durotoye, and a host of others. One Buhari man like that, one party like that, I don't know, he contested, and later on he dropped his ambition and so on and so forth. We had a lot of people contesting. Why are we focused? It is money politics, my brother. Can Nigerians just surprise our political elites and say, we are going to deal with you people this time around? And everybody should channel their resources to a particular party, person, and jettison the whole of PDP and APC, and you will see if they will not, the two major political parties will not go back to their drawing board. But I think the political elites have been able to sit down and say, oh, these people, it is hunger that is their problem. We will stifle them, we will make them so hungry. During the elections, we will just release small money, small food to them, guarantee all this stomach infrastructure. They will be very, very happy. They will lose guard. They will vote for us, and we will stifle them again for another 4 years. So we'll come back to them when we want to contest again. It will now be like a roller coaster. It continues every 4 years, continues every 4 years, and so on and so forth.
All right, Mr. Markson.
Politics is an evolution, just like society evolves. Society has evolved and developed over time. There is time for everything. I know that what is going on now is good for our system, is good for our society. Yes, just like you said, during the period of PDP, Nigeria was almost like a one-party state. I think if you remember, there was a time we had 25 or 27 states or thereabout controlled by PDP, apart from Lagos and
Lagos in the southwest, and some
Lagos
few
and
pockets,
few
maybe Yobe, the other NPP,
and
Ondo State, Labour,
that are outside PDP. You understand? It was just almost a one-party system. But today, we have almost we have two-party state. Two parties that are very dominant, and the two parties are very strong.
They are almost at par.
And they are almost at par. And then, and I think we are having a scenario of what have been happening in the United States, where we have the Democrats and the Republicans, and they are almost at par, and they are changing government
almost every
8 years thereabout. You understand? So now it is good for our democratic development, and I think the judgment of the Supreme Court, honestly, is fantastic, and I see that as a good omen, a good thing
for our democracy.
So let everybody sit up. Politics is not for, it's an elitist game. You understand? It's not for newbies. You must have to understand your society, understand how the game is being played. You must have to be crafty and be able to outsmart your opponent, and that is politics. Sowore and all those youths that came out my brother,
They're not exposed.
They will have to calm down. You understand? You can't invent a pseudo spread it on the earth and you want the whole world, the whole earth to embrace it. It's not good. Nobody embrace our society. You have to build it on the ground. People want to see it build, and you can't build a structure just within a day. You must have to build gradually. I believe the level of consciousness has increased. Before, the youth were not this conscious about politics, but today I think the level of Nigerian youth in time of consciousness has improved gradually, and I see that the next election surprises
will emerge.
Will emerge.
Okay, yeah. Finally, Barrister, finally in less than 15 seconds, please, what's your last take on this Zaamfara issue?
The PDP should go back to the APC should go back to the drawing board to try to strategize at the next election. But if they are smart, they should start lobbying the new incoming governor. And I heard that the new incoming governor that they just declared some days ago, that is a former. He's a student of the CPC. That's the old Buhari party before they merged to become
I will have to
the
cut
APC.
you
So
short.
I think his closeness to Buhari, probably they can lobby him to come to the APC. But if they don't do that quickly, the PDP will keep springing surprises.
We have to call it a day here. My production manager there is telling me to sign off. I've been ignoring his voice for a while. And if we continue, we won't stop because it's a serious matter. And we are very glad that the Nigerian polity is making a headway forward where the court is doing its bidding and politics has been stabilizing the country. Well, thanks for joining us on this program. And I want to say a very good thank you to the two gentlemen who have really done justice to the topic of discussion today. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Okay, and we'll call it a day here on Core Digest. I am Oyimpriye Krumale. Many thanks for watching. Good morning.